Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to Deb Chanel's 40th World, where we do the young and the restless recaps and reviews. Let's go over the one that aired on April 27th, 2017, which was this past Wednesday. Okay, we have Billy and Phyllis have definitely spent another night together, and they're still worried about the others, such as Victoria and Jack, how they would take it. Phyllis tells Billy to tell Victoria, and she would tell Jack. Okay, I'm like, not that easy, not that easy. Okay, we have Victoria are giving out compliments at the job to both Kane and Juliet on a fantastic work relationship between them and their company's edge they have in the Asia division with their brash and sassy line and the money that they're going to be bringing in the business world. Then we have Neil and Devon eating at the club when Hillary comes over to say hey and to tell Devon she'll see him in court this morning. And all of them are looking very confident, and Neil and Devon thinks, what is she up to now? Then we go to Mariah. Mariah's talking to the new set producer, and she's fussing with the new producer about the little role she has. He basically tells her, hey, I wasn't even looking for a job. I was basically looking for a, what do you call it, a person to give me a good reference. Then she told me that she didn't even remember who I was, and that she was looking for a producer, and he like, forget it, I'll come back there. And that's basically how he got there, and it seems like he's on his first day of the job. But he tells her, if you want a bigger role, talk to her, not him. Then we go to Victoria. Victoria thanks Juliet for getting them home from having, well, getting her home from having too much to drink the night before. I'm like, what did Juliet do? She go and get people drunk and then try to make like things happen between them two. I didn't see the episode yesterday, but it just is what it is. She's just coming up in all these peculiar type situations, okay? She's going to have something on Victoria later on, just like she had on Kane. But did Kane really sleep with her or not? That's still something that's left out for the viewers to wonder about, I guess. Then we have Kane sees Lily and Jordan coming back when he's trying to actually leave the office. And Lily and Jordan basically are telling them how Lily did a very good job out in Philadelphia promoting the brash and sassy line, this, that, and the third. And they were giving Jordan compliments for all the wonderful pictures he had taken of them and the team when they were up there giving their little spiel. And everyone's, especially Kane, is very happy to see Lily back in town. And then we have Jack, Billy, and Phyllis pull up in the parking lot coming to their different business parts in the building, and they don't know what to say to each other. I'm like, that would be a good time to tell Jack that you and Billy are seeing each other again. And then somebody go and tell Victoria so it can all be out in the open. But nobody said anything, of course. Then we have Victoria's going, still giving a lot of compliments in the meeting when Billy walks in, and he seems like he's kind of disturbed because no one told him about the meeting. But if he would have checked his voicemails and stuff like that, he would have got the message, and he would have been there on time and not fooling around with Phyllis, of course. Then we have Hillary and Devon are finally divorced. Both Neil and Devon are meeting outside, you know, saying, you know, it wasn't as hard as they thought it both would be, and Hillary didn't clown or ask for anything else other than what she said she wanted, which was GC Buzz. And then she comes out addressing both men, and then Devon talks with her privately, and they kind of make little remarks at each other that weren't warranted. But he does take his ring off in front of her, like the marriage wasn't nothing, like it all was built on a lie. And you just tell how the writers are writing it up like it's something going to be between them again, and maybe they're going to sleep together, which is going to definitely put a dent in Mariah liking him or trying to get close to him, because she already knew that, you know, the divorce she was going through, he wasn't handling it appropriately, emotionally wise, and he still cared for her. I mean, sometimes you just care for somebody who don't give a shit about you, but you can't accept or understand why you still care about them. You know, it's just like You're going to be their pet for life, and you're going to always just, you know, grovel over them, regardless if they treat you right or not. You're going to always be in their corner. And that just seems how Devon is going to be. He's always going to be Hillary's lapdog. And she's always going to pat him on the head. You know, I guess that says what it says for these beautiful women that walk around here. Have a fantastic body, have the outside, you know, looking very gorgeous and fucked up on the inside. But these are the things that men are liking, and they're going to stay liking. So it just is what it is. You can't teach a person new tricks sometimes, you know. Hillary's going to be Hillary. Devon is going to be Devon. And it seems like Jordan and Mariah are going to be the two that be ass out in the Department of Love. But anyway, like I said, Devon keeps looking back, hoping for the best. Hillary keeps looking forward, but glancing back. So it's just a disaster waiting to happen once again. Go to commercial, we come back. We have Devon is telling Hillary about his and Neil's new business venture. Like I said, Devon takes off her ring in front of her, and she still is holding on to her. She doesn't take hers off until towards the end of the show. Then we have Phyllis make small talk with Jack about moving on and burying Jack's hatred for his brother. That's what she's trying to make him do. He's not giving up on that. He said he's going to hate Billy to the day he died, pretty much, okay? Then we have Victoria's adjourn her meeting. Then we have small talk going on between Jordan and Lily. She wants Jordan to tell her of the one that got away, which she's going to say her, but she's going to be very unexpecting of that particular answer. Then we have small talk going on with Victoria and Billy still. We have Mariah and Hillary fussing on GC Buzz's show prior to them taping about the little role she has now since, you know, Hillary took over the station. Then we have Hillary's controlling her first segment, and Mariah's playing nice for now. Then we have Jordan shows up and gives her, you know, a good speech about she's going to do great and this, that, and third. Telling he wouldn't have missed her first taping of her first new show and this, that, and the third. You know, building her confidence up and giving her support. And he's surprised as well. She liked that. Then we have Billy tells Victoria Kevin and him had to take paternity tests because of the no. Chloe had pretty much sent both of them. And for some reason showed Kevin is Bella's dad. I'm like, how was that supposed to happen? Because that wasn't the truth. So I don't know what strings Billy, not Billy, but Chloe and Victor are pulling at this time. But I'm sure when it all comes out, we don't know who may be Bella's, you know, true father. Might be Victor. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Billy didn't tell Victoria that he's pretty much slept with Phyllis and they're going to be a couple now. And Phyllis didn't tell Jack either. Okay? Phyllis tried to tell Jack, but she just got scared and started talking about business instead. We go to commercial. We come back. We have Victoria speaking badly about Chloe and her deeds. She did to both men and the path of destruction she's caused for everyone involved. Then we have Juliet and Lily make a small talk about the trip she had booked them for her and Jordan, how wonderful time they had, and all the arrangements she made were perfect, and she more saw herself on a vacation than work-related stuff. And it was just a win-win all the way around. And Kane was in the background listening to her say everything positive about her experience being out of town, doing business, her and Jordan. Then we have small talk going on between Kane and Juliet. Then we have Hillary's at the end of her show, talks about her divorce today, which Mariah had no idea of because Devon didn't give her that information, which she does address Devon about it later on, but it is another here or there. He just made it like he's not looking back anymore. He's looking forward. He has her in all the pictures, and it's looking bright. So that held Mariah on for now. Then as Devon has come by the show, I'm like, I don't know why he keep coming by the show, but it's not a good thing. It was in, I think, the clause that he wasn't supposed to be 100 feet of the show because she didn't want to see him no more. She wanted to forget about this, that, and the third. But yet Devon keeps showing up when he's not wanted. I'm not understanding that. He says he's there to pretty much see Mariah, but it's not that. And the writers are not making a good they're they're not making it seem like it's just there, that he is there for that incident. They're making it all seem that no, he still have residual effects and feelings for Hillary. And for them getting a divorce was just a mess, pretty much. And then we have Jordan is looking at Hillary talking about, how divorce affects a person. They're really not mentally all the way there. They need a lot of support, this, that, and the third. Good friends, good family members, holding them down and, letting them see just because they're down, they're not going to stay down. They're going to get up and they're going to do and go further on in their life than where they were with that person. And everybody's going to be good, which we all know divorce is not like that half the time for some people. Some people can get over it more so than the other person. Other bad things can happen. We don't want it to be that way. Sometimes people just don't want to let go. And, she's trying to say she's letting go. She's moving on. She's looking forward. But in reality and in her mind, she's not. She's still stuck. She's just playing, the role, I guess you would play in trying to make everybody think you're okay, but you're not. Or making everybody think you're somewhat okay, but you're still not. It is what it is, okay? Then we have people, well, Hillary takes off her ring at the end of her telling everybody on live tape TV show that she's pretty much, saying goodbye to her past, embracing her future, da-da-da-da-da-da. And, the show goes off, then Mariah to my, oh, I just wanted to cry because that was just so sensitive what you said, and you didn't have to say that. I'm like, that's why she did it, Nut. Okay, she plays the role for sympathy and empathy types of supporters and viewers of her show. That's what's gonna keep them coming back. Dent head Mariah, come on, you were onto her now. That little slip of information she gave you, now you're in La La Land. No, Hillary hasn't changed. This is what Hillary does. She likes sensational stories. They win Pulitzer prizes. Remember, girl? But anyway, moving on from there. Pretty much, Jordan says, okay, let's go and, since you're a single woman now, let's turn it up. Pretty much, Devon's trying to tell Mariah, let's turn it up. And both Hillary and Devon are looking back at each other like, why must we go forward when we definitely want to stay with each other? That kind of loneliness. And I'm like, oh, that's just pitiful. Piss poor writing, writers. Piss poor writings for the actors to try to act out. Okay. But anyway, then we have Lily comes back to see why Kane isn't finished with his work yet, because she's ready to get on to some personal stuff that they can only do at home, if you catch my drift. Then we have Mariah gives Hillary her props for today's show. Devon congratulates Hillary on her foolishness of, showing another side of herself, which, I'm not quite sure he believes either, but it is what it is. And then Jordan comes and get them, and they all go their separate ways. Devon and Hillary, like I said, still love each other, and they just fooling, or the writers are just trying to fool us when I'm sure they're going to put them together in some predicament where they're going to come back together and sleep together, and a child going to be formed, okay? It's just going to be piss poor all the way around. Jordan's feelings going to get hurt, and then he's going to probably turn to Lily, which Lily going to try to have an affair with him unknowingly. Or maybe she might know about Kane's indiscretion. She might go and flip the script and try to do the same thing. Who knows? I just see a lot of infidelity rolling around, a lot of hurt feelings, and all of it's just not necessary. Okay? It just, people just tell what's on their mind. Just tell it, tell it, tell it. Let the cookies fall where they may. But anyway, that was my take on the Young and the Restless that aired on yesterday, Wednesday, April 26th. All right, guys. See y'all for the next episode.